What is going down, everyone? We are live on Twitch as well as Mojobreak Media's YouTube channel. We can try to do this every week, guys. So we can, I don't think there's anybody here right now. There's crickets. We're going to be talking to ourselves. But if you're listening to the audio podcast, which I know a lot of you guys do, if you're available on Wednesdays, 3:30 Pacific, jump in the live, win some stuff. We're going to be giving away boxes of brand new Emanates. This is Hype episode number 341, by the way, guys. Lots of stuff to talk about. Luka is killing it. We're going to talk about that. We've got some memorabilia. Since we're doing Emanate, I wanted to discuss some of the top memorabilia pieces. And Dana White and Mike Rubin are going to get into a fight. So we're going to discuss that and more on the show. If you guys want to save big on Mojobreak.com, use code Twitch Mojo, and that's going to get you 13% off any of the breaks on Mojobreak.com. Once again, Twitch Mojo. Use that code early and often because it is going to expire without any notice. We've got brand new, clearly Donruss that's been breaking over there at Mojobreak.com. We're going to be breaking tons of this Eminent product, which is very cool, which you guys will see coming up later in the show, as well as our very own quad double, which is still rocking and rolling, and Bowman. Dan, are you tired of Bowman?
Never.
You got Bowman fatigue?
Well, I don't. I feel like maybe the market is starting to have a little Bowman fatigue. Everybody's been ripping through it, 25 case, 100 case. I think we've gone through well over 200 cases
200
total.
Yeah.
Still great product. And, I think we just got to let it settle. Like a fine wine. You got to let it sit around a little bit.
So are you saying it gets better with age?
100%.
Better.
No doubt. But yeah, I mean, we got this new product that came out. This is a crazy looking product.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
what's it called again? Emanate?
LMNOP, Emanates, 2024 Under Wraps Eminent, and it's a
Emanate.
It's an 8x10, but what they've done is they've taken some of your favorite elements of card design. So every 8x10 is going to be numbered to 99 or less. So they have the green parallel number to 99, the gold parallel number to 50, the orange to 25, the red to 5, and the iridescent number to 1. So it's got the stamping on the back. Very cool. We're going to see what players we pull. We will be giving this stuff away. So we'll tell you guys.
A+ on the packaging.
We'll tell you guys how to win.
Even before we see what's in the box, A+ on the packaging.
I mean,
good looking packaging.
And this is something that you could put in your man cave. It does come in a magnet.
Doesn't have to be a man cave.
A she shed, whatever you may call it. Your office at work. These are something that you could put on your desk. So something a little different, but bringing in the element of the chase for that one-on-one. I was just thinking, now you got to say, if you pull an iridescent, you got to say, I pulled an iridescent out of Eminent. And now you're not even talking English anymore. I don't even know what you're talking. AI, Chat GPT. We're going to try to pull an iridescent out of Eminent, and that is a brand new Fanatics under wrapped product.
And we got a lot of that we're ripping on Fanatics Live. We got a lot of that we're ripping on the Mojobreak.com website, broadcasting on YouTube.
And Mojobreak Shop, if you're local to the Santa Clara Bay area, make the trip down. We're open 11 to 6 every day, except for Memorial Day, which we've already passed. We were closed on Memorial Day. Don't ask me why, but we will not be closed on Memorial Day next year. But if you're coming around the area 11 to 6, you can come in and get your very own Eminence. And we also have this new Hall of Boom set up in the shop, too. So if you pull an iridescent 101 and Aaron Judge or Julio Rodriguez or Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, you'll make it on the Hall of Boom and you'll be famous.
Maybe it was a reverse psychology marketing. Everybody has big sales on Memorial Day. Let's go against the grain and be closed.
Right?
Hey, you don't know. You got to try it to see if it works.
You got to. You got to.
You got to try it, man. So,
I got some tidbits of news that we don't have slides for, but I wanted to talk about Bronny James. Apparently has turned down 10 invites for workouts for 10 NBA teams that I guess shall be named later. He only wants to visit with the Suns
so far
and the Lakers.
So far. He'll do a lot more than just the Suns and Lakers.
But why turn him down? What if one of those teams is like, I don't know, the Knicks or the Mavericks? Like, you don't want to play with Luka. You don't want to play with Jalen Brunson.
It's wherever Daddy wants to go.
So he's going with Daddy. You're convinced on that.
Yeah,
All right.
I think he's a Laker. I think he. Why even have the draft? I think he also I think declined a two-way deal. So if he gets picked up, he doesn't want to be able to go to the G League.
Okay.
I mean, when you're Bronny James, you can basically do whatever you want. You have that lineage.
Sounds like that's entitlement.
No. He actually, I said it last week or maybe the week before, he balled out during the combine.
He did.
The rookie combine, he balled out.
And we were talking that last week with Matt Leinart. So check out our Get Ripped series here on Twitch when the next one comes up. So you'll be in the know. Follow us. We're actually be starting a new social media account with that branding as well, so we can do collabs on that as well. So we're going to be breaking this Emanate coming up here soon, later in the show. But I wanted to talk about some of the memorabilia that's out there and get people's thoughts on memorabilia. Like, if you're a card collector, do you collect memorabilia as well? Are you strictly cards? Do you dabble in both? Do memorabilia collectors go into the cards as well? It's something that's interesting, and I wanted to bring up some of the most famous sales as of late of memorabilia pieces that I have here on my phone, my trusty phone, which is going to die. But one of the biggest sales recently was a Michael Jordan signed sneakers that he wore in his rookie season in 1984, and they recently sold for $1.5 million. And they're actually pictured on that slide right there. That is them, $1.5 million, and they look pretty worn out. He might have wore those the entire season. What do you think? What are your thoughts on memorabilia, Dan?
It really depends on if you have a place to really display it. That's why I love the card. I love cards more because, you could basically categorize them however you want. You can put them in a basically a shoebox to store them. You can bring them
and
out.
Leave them there forever.
No, well, you can bring them out and flip through them and look at them. I appreciate.
You do that? People come over for dinner, get you a little steak, bring them into the vinyl room, and you're like, check out my Aaron Judge.
Well, I capture them, and I'm like, lost my mic.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking here. I have a few memorabilia pieces in my new.
All right. This one's.
I have a few memorabilia pieces. Maybe we need to try to watch one of the playbacks to make sure that it is, in fact, still got Dan's audio there. But I do have a couple memorabilia pieces in my office. I got a Mud Crutch signed photo by Tom Petty that's hanging in my office. I like that. That's cool. But there's only a limited amount of wall space. But some of the other interesting sales is Princess Diana's John Travolta dress. So she wore a dress when she danced with John in the White House back in 1985. What do you think something like that sold for?
1985 Princess Diana.
Yep. She met John Travolta in the White House. Saturday Night Fever was probably one of the biggest movies of all time at that time.
It's Princess. Okay.
She wore a dress that later hit the auction block.
725,000.
Oh, wow. Somebody should contact you and sell that to you. $290,000.
That's a lot.
John Lennon's tooth sold for $31,000.
Disgusting.
Would you want John Lennon's tooth?
No, absolutely not.
We've got John Oliver bought Russell Crowe's jockstrap from Gladiator.
Yep.
For $8,540. Then he did donate the money to a video store in Alaska.
I saw the episode. It was a good episode.
Did he smell it?
I don't think so, but I gotta say, man, like, do you watch that show at all?
Every once in a while.
It's really good. It's good fun comedy.
Last Week Tonight, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it. And then I guess one's going up on the auction block. Kanye West's vinyl, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, is going to auction June 19th. He signed one of the vinyls, F Adidas. Spelled it out, obviously. I didn't want to say it on the show. And people are expecting that to go for a lot of money.
Oh, I think it's because Yeezys used to be Adidas, right?
Correct. Now he's like, F them.
Yep.
F them.
But Yeezys still come out, right? They just don't have the Adidas branding on it.
They do. They came out.
Yeah.
But no, I think they're Adidas. I just don't think they're. I don't think Kanye's getting any more money, or not supporting the brand anymore. Apparently, they have a Yeezy Cybertruck. Have you seen that? Have you seen the Yeezy Cybertruck? I don't know if it's a mock or it's been floating around on my Twitter. It's something to see. It's they only made 3 of them. They go for $1 million. 1.2 million, only 3 made in the U.S. Yeezy Cybertrucks.
How do you see out of it?
It's great technology. I don't know. Just looks like it looks like the Luxor on wheels. You gonna get one of those?
Well, I've actually talked about. I'm not a big Tesla fan, but the Cybertruck is just crazy enough that I'd get one.
Get one
if I can.
Someone gave one to you. You wouldn't give back to them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in that tax bracket. I don't think I can afford. How much are they? How much is a Cybertruck?
I think you can get in for like 70 grand.
Much.
Oh, 70 grand
On the low end one.
They make more than just one model.
They have different engines. Of sorts.
I actually thought they were more than. I thought they were like 250 grand.
No, I mean maybe the secondary market because they're not coming out fast enough for the demand of them.
Okay.
And they all look the same.
I bet.
So
I bet there's legit demand on them.
there is. There is. Have you? Dude, I see a new one every day. I see them, or at least around here in the Bay Area. It's becoming a staple. Now it's like just an everyday occurrence to see one driving down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're
But
cool, man.
They are very cool.
Are they? I mean, a little sarcastic, but I don't think you are though. I think you're like
No,
they
want it.
are cool. I mean, you're an Elon dude.
I'm a Tesla fan.
You're an Elon guy.
Yeah, I mean the fact that there's a truck that I can like open and close the back of it and it's cool. Yeah,
And
it's bulletproof.
And to think that you couldn't do that before with a regular truck, like
No.
a pickup truck.
Not an electric one.
No, you couldn't. You're just this giant bed back here. I just wish I can figure out how to put stuff in it, and maybe the tailgate's not electric. It's old school, so you're just like, I don't get it.
It's amazing.
It's like kids trying to use rotary phones.
Might have to sleep in it at some point if I get in a fight with the wife. Might have to put a bed back there, a little air mattress. Looks like Michael Rubin and Dana White are having a pack battle on Fanatics Live on Friday. They're going to open some UFC Midnight together. I don't know what the stipulations are. I don't know who wins or what happens or if somebody's going to get punched.
I'm assuming,
out of the two,
I'm assuming there's a UFC match going on this weekend, right?
Probably.
That's probably what they're tying into.
Yeah, I don't know if they're breaking it at midnight, but they definitely are breaking midnight. And which one would you rather punch, Dan?
Well,
Put you on the hot seat.
on one end, on one side, can't do anything to Daddy, can't do anything to Business Daddy, and Dana White's kind of
He might be able to beat you back.
yeah.
He might be able to beat
Dana
you
White
up.
might be able to beat my ass. So
Yeah, he looks like he's in pretty good shape.
I'm not a fighter, man. I'm a lover.
Now, I don't want to get into complete and utter conspiracies here, but it's a good talking point.
Is it gonna be a good box? Some good boxes.
That's what I'm asking.
Some
Gonna be
boxes,
some decent boxes.
got a little juicy to them. Little juiced boxes.
Because, I mean, the last time we saw Michael Rubin open a box, he somehow hit a Trout and a Jackie Robinson cut auto.
I do that every day, dude. Every day of the week.
I mean, we do it, but like,
every day.
one box,
It's another day at the office like that,
one box, one hitter quitter, like pulling the two cards like that. But I mean, I guess the good thing about UFC, if they pull the chase hit, nobody will know anyway. So I mean, do you know what you're chasing in there?
Sean O'Malley, isn't that?
I don't
Isn't
think so.
yeah?
I think he's in there, but
Isn't that the guy still? We've been talking about him for a while.
there's some rookie in there that people want.
Isn't Sean O'Malley like the Tom Brady of the UFC now?
Could be. I mean, I was gonna do a video for the Instagram. I always tell myself I'm gonna get more Instagram reels up.
I'm pretty proud of myself for even being able to name one current UFC fighter.
There's Pereira too. He just did a video for Tops as well.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that's part of the buyback, Dan. You bring the card in of him and you get credit. You get $20 credit in the store. You got to be in the know on the UFC because it's on the come up, okay? But like I was gonna make a video saying like walking around the office with UFC Midnight and say who's a chase and see if anybody knew because we're at the point right now. Like we've gone through the Conor McGregors, we've gone through the Ronda Rouseys, we've gone through the Sugar Seans. Like we need somebody in there. We need somebody in there to chase.
What
to
about,
talk about?
What about Patty? The Patty.
Oh, the Patty guy.
Patty guy.
Patty the Batty?
Patty the Batty.
I don't think he's a rookie anymore.
They all can't be rookies.
I mean, they do have some nice SPs and short prints. I'm going to hit the old eBay right now and see what we're looking for in UFC Midnight. I'm sorry if I offended any UFC Midnight fans
I
in
think
the
we
chats.
still. I think we still got some.
We got some. Let's see what the best.
It's a good-looking product.
It is very good. I hope they bring it to some of the other sports as well. The highest selling is some cases, but it looks like a one of one. Well, that's not completed. Somebody's asking $3,400 for a Kamzat Midnight Parallel. A Sean O'Malley rare hollow insert sold for $3,000.
Look at me go.
Year that was just a lucky guess. Yuri Projaka 101 sold for $1,600. We've got here's Alex Pereira Black Light Refractor 101 $1,100. So that was the guy that you could bring his base cards into the store out of Topps Chrome and get some credit to buy more UFC. Magomed Ankalaev 101 sold for $600. So definitely some great looking cards, but I'm interested to see what happens on that live on Fanatics. Tune in, Michael Rubin versus Dana White. I'm going to be tuning in. I got my popcorn ready. I'm going to be checking that one out. So, Luka, do we have to say he's good now, Dan?
Dude, he made a shot last night late in the game that was ridiculous. It was a three-pointer that he got fouled on. And I don't know how he got the shot up, let alone make it.
The 4-point play?
The 4-point play.
Oh.
That literally, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, then he missed a free throw. But that shot, like, it was like a double, triple clutch in the air, just tossed it up, and it just swish. Unbelievable. I don't know how he does it. He does things where you're just like, man, this guy is like the luckiest basketball player I've ever seen in my life. But he does it so frequently where I'm like, it can't be luck. I think he's just good. It pains me to say that because I've never been a Luka fan. Every day, I think I'm becoming a little bit more of a Luka fan. I'm turning.
Wow.
I'm turning.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think he might be in my top 50 now of active NBA players. I mean, I think he's finally cracked it. He was like around 75, right around his number 77, and he's cracking it. He's definitely holding the candle up for guys who like to eat food too. He looks like he's putting on a little more of that pizza boy weight, which is only helping him out as I sit here with my belly. But he's got, he looks like he's doing it for the common man out there. He's not too flashy, making the shots. He's had an incredible journey on his 2018-19 Prism Silver rookie PSA 10. So you go back to January 26th of 2019, that card sold for $833. And this is courtesy of the Collectible Guru. December 1st, 2020, $8,650. Quite a jump from the 2019.
What a time.
February 4th, 2021, $10,000 on this silver.
I think we were buying them.
We might have been buying them close to that.
Yeah, let's see. We were probably buying them there and then probably selling them at somewhere around wherever it dipped and went back to 1,100.
And then January 18th, $5,000. So in less than a year, or actually more than a year, it went in half. February 1st of 2023, it sold for $2,300, and the most recent sale now is $1,700.
I think he's a buy.
So it's a high. It's a roller coaster ride. So you're saying it's $1,700, and if anybody's in the chat, I think I hear a cricket or two. If anybody's in the chat, this was a little bit of an impromptu live, so I don't expect people to respond. Anybody's in the chat, are you buying Luka right now? Are you buying his silvers? Are you thinking about it? I mean, the man's probably in the finals, barring an absolute and utter miracle. What do you think? You're saying he's a buy? His silver's a buy at $1,700.
I think he's a buy at $1,700, knowing that not that it's ever going to get to the peak of 10 grand. It'll never happen again. But even if it gets to a third of that, you're going to double your money. I'm finally 5, 6, 7 years later, I'm all in on Luka.
Now,
Luka's my dude.
In 2021, the logo man Leighton, Breaking Brad at Leighton, pulled the Logo Man NT, the holy grail of the set, and that was sold for $4.6 million.
Not a buyer. I'm not a buyer.
Is
on
that thing have any room to go up?
I think that's.
How many championships does it take?
You're a lot safer going out and buying $4 million worth the silver rookies at 1,700 and flipping those than to flip that one card and making a profit.
$4 million, you might be able to buy all of them.
Maybe.
Yeah, the whole
I
market.
think they made a lot of them though. I
They
think the pop report's a little high. It's not Zion high, but it's pretty high.
It's pretty high. So, I mean, interesting with him. And clearly, I mean, he's clearly better than Trae Young now, I guess, right?
Trae's my dude, though. I'm not going to.
You're not giving up?
I'm going to say I'm turning the corner on Luka, but he ain't no Trae.
I mean, I don't know Trae's prices, but if I had to guess, Trae's probably
About $7.
Yeah. I was going to be generous and say his silver PSA 10's around the $200-$300 range.
I actually.
So would you rather have 7 Trae Youngs as opposed to one
I think
Luka?
you're high, dude. I would probably say his silver rookie. $120.
I think that's low. Let's see. Trae Young, PSA 10, silver.
I mean, and I love Trae Young, but what has he done?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. I mean, I think is he a free agent next year?
I don't think they're gonna pick up his option, so I think he will be a free agent. He'll get paid though. He'll go to a good team. He'll make a good team better. He'll come to the Warriors. Okay, how about this?
305 on a May 22nd sale.
Yeah.
So you could literally buy, what's the math on that? You could buy a little over 5, almost 6 Trae Young silvers
Let's talk about
to the price of 1 Luka.
Let's wrap this around. Let's talk about Warriors here. If we lose Clay, would you be devastated if we signed Trae Young as a replacement?
No.
I think that's a good trade-off.
Get a little younger, by like 7 years.
And name Young.
The Card Hunters in the chat. What's up, dude? What's our little impromptu live hype? So we appreciate you in the YouTube chat. We're also live on Twitch here, guys, as well. And if you're going to tune into next week's show and you're listening to the audio version of this, come on in and contribute because we got giveaways and lots of fun stuff to go over. Card Hunter, what are you up to, man? You have a topic that you want to discuss? Have a question? If not, no big deal. We're gonna keep talking. We're gonna break some Emanates. We got Emanates on deck. We're gonna open this up and see what we get. So that'll be pretty fun. Also, go over to mojobreakshop.com where they have Emanate if you guys want to get your box. Also, we're breaking that on Fanatics Live. We're live on Fanatics Live 7 days a week, guys. We got multiple channels. If you want to get on the action right now as you're listening to this, I'm sure somebody's live. So get in. We're breaking Chrome Platinum Anniversary. We're breaking Bowman. We're breaking Emanate. We've got clearly Donruss. Wanted to ask you now that we've broke some, Chrome Platinum Anniversary ourselves now because we didn't until Monday. Everybody else in the shop was breaking it. 2023 Chrome Platinum Anniversary. What did you think of the product?
Tight.
That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that.
No, it's actually, I think it's great. I think they did a really good job of. The only thing I can say that I don't like is the facsimile autos, and I know it's a throwback to that year,
Era.
that
54.
54. But when you do get an autograph, it does have blue ink and it does pop a little bit more. But I can see how breakers who are blasting through the product can pass over the auto.
Yeah.
That's my only knock on it. Besides that, the colors pop.
Lots of color too, more than I remember.
Yeah,
in the prior years.
it's not a high end product, so you got to go in with the expectations that you're not going to get blown away with like crazy hits, and you're only getting 1 autograph per box. A lot of packs. I felt like it had to be 24 packs at least.
Maybe 18.
I think it was 24. Felt like when I was opening up packs, I was like, this is taking a lot longer than it usually does.
Well, one of the things I liked about it was the fact that you had like your Pee Wee Reeses, your Jackie Robinsons, your
Will
old
Clarks.
school, your Will Clarks. So you can combine that, and keep in mind it's 2023. So if you're looking for LED Cruise, it's not the product for you. You're gonna have to wait till 2025 when they do 2024. They're always a year behind on Platinum Anniversary. I don't know if that's by design or by shipping delays, but regardless, it's the Corbin Carroll, Gunnar Henderson year, which is a solid year, and those guys are doing well. So you know you can pick those cards up in there. And Dan, I think pulled a number to 15 Adley rookie.
Adley rookie auto, and it's a loaded question, man. Because like, does anybody hate shiny cards? Does a card product come out that is shiny that people are like, I hate that product? Name me a product right now that the industry is like, that product is shiny and I hate it.
Mosaic.
No, but when Mosaic comes out, people are going crazy to rip Mosaic. Mosaic baseball, maybe, but not crazy to rip Mosaic baseball. Maybe people hate on Mosaic
I feel like
baseball.
you're describing the hobby as like either a cat or a dog, and you just throw something shiny at it, and it's just gonna chase it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, very reactive.
Yeah, just like it's shiny. Yeah, great.
Hey, shiny works.
It does, but are we gonna get shiny overload at some point? Do we need to go back to like just weathered matte finish cards?
No, you can never have too much shiny. More shiny all day. All shiny all day.
Maybe they need to make a shiny definitive version, Topps Chrome definitive, right? High-end shiny.
I've actually thought that at some point are they going to chrome over like National Treasures or some, premium release. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised. Before we break some Emanate for you guys coming up here, we got 2 boxes to break, see what we pull. I wanted to get into this. Is not necessarily new news, but I think Jeff Wilson was the one that made it public, was that Topps has put in some rules and regulations for shops and breakers to keep the product going to the end consumer. So the goal is to prevent shops from selling within 30 days to other shops or other dealers or other breakers.
For it.
And also for breakers that are part of the breaker, because there's a breaker pilot program, and then there's the shop Topps Direct program. And so
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So within 30 days, when you receive your item, whether that be Bowman, Chrome Platinum, I don't think Eminent applies, because that's Fanatics Authentic, you have to maintain a certain MSRP, and you cannot sell wholesale. So if you're caught selling your Bowman 2024 hobby case to another shop or another breaker, you risk your account being shut down or at least suspended for a time being, for a time. And I know a lot of the shops didn't like it. I mean, my point of view, and I think it's similar to your point of view, is that it keeps the end consumer to get the product. And it also prevents the price from rising and affecting the end consumer, because if I take a case of Bowman that I paid $5,000 for, and I sell it for $5,200, now the guy that got it for $5,200 has got to charge $5,400. Now if he sells it to another guy for $5,600, now that guy's got to make $5,800, $5,900, $6,000 to make it worth his time to grab the cards.
Yeah, there's always this misconception that the group breakers are the ones that are jacking up the prices on the product. And that is partially true. But there's also people in the middle that keep on moving this product that are making margin, making profit on this same product. So the mini distributor, the sub-distributor, essentially the middleman is the problem.
Right.
It's not the breaker. The breaker is just trying to buy as much product as they possibly can. Breakers are not necessarily selling to other breakers. It has happened. We know it's happened, but that generally is not where breakers get their secondary product from.
Sure.
They don't get it from other breakers.
Right.
They get it from, we can go back and you get it from card shops. You get it from card shops that would get more allocation than they would ever be able to sell in their store. And I get it. Like, it's their product. They've earned this product. They paid for it. From their standpoint, they should be able to sell it however they want. Nobody should be able to tell them that you could only sell it this specific way. I understand that argument, but that does make the secondary market for the end consumer, makes it very volatile and makes it go up.
Right, and we were dealing with that, and we still deal with that with the distributor model, where Panini products are still distributed through main distributors in North America. And we may get offered, 5, like let's use like Select for example. We may be offered 3 to 4 cases at $300 a box. Well, the actual retail price is now skyrocketed to $1,000 a box. So in order to get more, you're paying $900 when retail is $1,000. So what that does is that causes distributors to not allocate everything that they're getting, because they're like, well, why would I sell it for $300 when I could sell it for $700 or $800? And then you also get shops that get it at $300, and they're like, well, why would I want to sell it to my customers when I could sell it to a breaker for $800?
Yeah, because if they price it, let's face it, they get a couple cases of that product in, and they price it at market at like $900 a box. They're not going to have a lot of foot traffic coming in. A lot of these brick and mortars do not have websites. They do not sell online. They don't have different avenues to be able to move the product and get to the masses. They're at the mercy of somebody walking into their store and being like, I have $900 to spend. I want this box. Those customers, unfortunately, generally, well, depending on where you're geographically located, are few and far between.
I mean, we're even in a pretty wealthy area overall, right? In our area, we have Google, we have eBay and Apple and Tesla, and a lot of the big tech companies are in our area. So you would think we would have, as a full-service hobby shop open from 11 to 6 here in Santa Clara, you would think there would be a good amount of people that are willing to come in and spend $1,000 to $2,000. Now there is, but there still isn't that much even in our area. So
basically what I was saying is that you have this case, you can move it to another breaker at $750 or $800 and just you can make 60% margin
by slapping a label.
Slapping a label on it, and you didn't have to basically wait. Because honestly, you may have to wait 6 months for those customers to come in. Again, the market changes; it's very volatile when it comes to the price. It may be $900 today. It could very well in a week be $600. So you basically sell it, get out of it for $800 to another breaker. That breaker is now into it for $800. They're going to have to sell it to their customers, break it down however they want, or cost average it in. A lot of breakers have different ways of going about dealing with their inventory, but that is where you see the market starting to get out of control on the secondary market for the end user.
And then we talk about value-based product boxes and how they're terrible, and you're buying Panini 1-in-1 basketball at $1,200, and you're getting a fat lever auto that's worth $25.
There's a lot of products that are made with a specific suggested retail price in mind. Panini makes a box, and they're expecting this box to sell for $400. They're going to build content in that box that is going to value somewhere around $400.
Right.
It's not Panini's fault if it goes up to $1,200, and then you basically rip that box, and you're like, I spent $1,200.
Well, Panini's been trying to match the market now too.
No, and I get that, and this is like kind of an older argument that I'm having, because they definitely have changed the way they do business on their end. Because before, I think they were doing very little B2C, business to consumer releases. Now I think they're holding a lot more back, and they're trying to sell more direct, because it's the same mindset as you just said with distributors. Why sell it? Why should they sell it to their distributors at a wholesale price when they can basically sell it to the consumer at market?
Yeah.
It'll take a lot longer to sell it to consumer at market, because you need to qualify those buyers that are going to come to your website and spend that type of money. So they do a combination of both.
Yep.
But they definitely have been doing a lot more the last 3 years, I'd say a lot more B2C transactions.
Right. And that's been cause and effect of the market manipulation, in a sense, of these products, where Topps is trying to curb that. And now I'm not saying it's not for their own benefit, because it is, because they're setting the market, and they're going up as well on different waves of products as well. But there's not so much swing in price point, and there's not so much a B2B business that causes you now, if you're a Flawless fan, Flawless comes out at 12,000, but week 2 it's now 25,000. So if you're trying to buy the Warriors, you're now spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 because the breaker has to recop that amount that he paid from distributors, or if he bought it from another shop. And when the shop sells it, basically all it does is just raise that price up. And I'm not trying to pat ourselves on the back, but we don't do any business to business dealing. We are a direct to consumer business model, whether it be in our shop, whether it be on Fanatics Live or Mojobreak.com, where we're doing breaks. We are taking our product that we buy and funneling it down to the end consumer, as opposed to selling it and creating a higher price for the end consumer. So, but let's get into some of this. Let's get into this Emanate.
I was going to
You
give
had
you
another point?
No, I was just going to give you an attaboy, Doug. Attaboy.
Pat myself on the back. We'll see if this camera works, because it's at 0 on the MBPSs. So if you switch to that angle, it may not work. Let's see. And it's not going to. So let's go ahead and see if I unplug this. Go to the other screen again and plug it back in. All right, I think it might be live.
All right, we got the thumbs up. Let's see.
All right, so we're going to see. We're each going to break one of these boxes, and this is going to tie in. This first box is going to be given away on one of our YouTube Shorts videos, okay? So we're going to make sure that I was going to give it away in the chat, but there frankly is nobody here. So
hurry up, get in there.
Get in here now. But we'll put up a little YouTube Short to give this one away. Let me see. I'm going to call Corbin Carroll. Guy on the cover.
The guy on the cover, huh? I got to say, man, the packaging.
Looks like a yearbook.
Pretty sick, man.
Aaron Judge. Check that out.
Number to 99?
It appears to be the green, number to 99.
My hearing was pretty much on the fritz anyway. It was pretty much over. And I think that
Oh, my God! 101!
Yep, well, there it went. There. Ouch.
Wow.
So the greens are...
No, this is the iridescent.
Iridescent.
That is the one.
That's sick. You going to give that away? It's a Tesla.
We are going to give this one away, guys.
Oh, my.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to give this away.
You sure you want to do it?
Oh, man.
Did I win? You think I'm going to be able to top that?
No, I'm not even going to open mine up.
It's massive, right?
Could have been a giant.
Arson.
Arson Judge.
All right, Dan, let's see what's in your box.
Nice.
It's in the box.
I wish the iridescent was a little bit less of a green color.
I thought it was numbered to 99.
So did I. I mean, the blue pen did throw me off here on that. Let me get the phone.
Yep. I'm not going to scream.
Some genuine excitement, Dan.
Yeah, I know, but you get me in there?
Yeah, I'm trying.
JT Realmuto. Is this one a 101 as well?
I don't think so.
No. Is this going to be numbered to 99? Where's the number?
39 out of 99.
Yeah, so that's the green.
Let's compare those here on the table.
A little tough to get that in there.
Yeah, mine's
There you
yours is a little bit more teal.
And maybe the blue pen. They're all signed in blue pen on the 101.
They look
sick,
amazing, though. Yeah.
They do look pretty sick. Oh, whoa.
All right, guys, so stay tuned on. Not going to go back on the fact that I said I was going to give it away before I figured out what it was. So I am a man of my word. So we will be giving this away, this 101 Aaron Judge, guys. So you got to figure out. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow us on social media, either on Instagram or on Twitter. And Man, that's a beautiful piece.
It's right there. That's a used '97 Honda Civic.
I mean, that's got to be. We probably just pulled one of the top 5 hits in the product, right?
Yeah. What do you think that goes for,
Definitely.
though? 1,500, 1,200.
It's hard to say because it's the first time this product's been made, right? So we don't know.
I don't know.
You can't compare it to anything. Most 8x10s that have came out in the past are not numbered. I mean, if they are, they're not numbered like this. So
It is pretty sick, though.
101. Wow, that's crazy, guys. Make sure you guys use that code to save big on Mojobreak.com to get in on some of these eminent breaks. You still got Corbin Carroll 101s. You still got Shohei Ohtani out there as well. Shohei Ohtani 101 might be bigger. That might be the biggest chase in the product. There's also Cal Ripken. There's a bunch of big names in the eminent product. That is Mojobreak.com. Use code TwitchMojo. And we've got an exciting podcast. We're going to do a special podcast release this Friday on all of our podcast networks and on Mojobreak Media. I did an interview with Nature Loves You, one of the funniest content creators out there for the hobby. Great dude based out of San Francisco. We talked everything from the National down to E40 music and Bay Area music, so Bay Area slang. So it's a great podcast. I think we talked for about an hour, so be able to check that out on Friday at either if you listen on Google, if you listen on Spotify, if you're listening on iTunes, or watch the video version on Mojobreak Media. So, and also stay tuned for this Aaron Judge giveaway. I mean, if we had people in the chat today, there would be fire emojis like crazy.
Just to think, you could have. We probably would have gave it away to the chat if we had like 7 people in there,
I
8
know.
people.
Could have.
But there's one. I think that's us.
Yes.
We're our only friend.
We got we had 3 people in YouTube. 3 people on YouTube. 4 people now.
Ooh.
But nobody commenting.
Okay.
So, but make sure you guys follow us. Check out Mojobreak.com for your upcoming breaks. Mojobreakshop.com for your upcoming boxes where we run sales all the time. We're also live 7 days a week on Fanatics Live. Lots of fun stuff coming up with that. We're breaking Clearly Donruss, which we didn't even get really a chance to talk about. I love the 101 downtown clears. Those are amazing. So with Clearly Donruss, you're either getting a base downtown, and they're not, I don't think they're in every case, or you get a 101. Those are the only 2 parallels. So lots of nice chase in Clearly Donruss for football. We've been yearning for football. So check that out, and we'll see you guys next time on The Hype. Peace.